Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenatan, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. Today, what are we going to be doing today? Today is the last day for spoiler season for the upcoming Legends of Runeterra set, Awakening. We already have all 5 champions, so today is just, I don't know, Variety Day, Darken Day, whatever you want to call it. Basically, we got the last couple of cards for the set being, shown off today. And then we'll be able to play with all the new and fun cards, and then I can make all kinds of videos and with new cards and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, we also got Xolaani, a Darkin that is very key in the Darkin lore. Kind of like, if you don't know Darkin lore, she's kind of like the center of a lot of Darkin lore. And we got her in a type of form, if that makes sense. We also got some other good cards, solid cards too, but not many cards today, so probably not going to be talking too much and making too long a video. So we'll go and look at the cards and we'll go from there. So, what do we have? Okay. So I believe what? 1, 2, 3 cards? Heavy Metal, Celestial Impact, Bloodletter. Sure, some of these cards are making other cards, but still. What are these cards actually doing? But yeah, like as you can see here, Runeterra AR is just at the top. They just, in case you're wondering, what about the cards at the top? They're just some of the older cards that, I guess something in the website's code and made them pop up to the top. But yeah, Heavy Metal, Celestial Impact, Dark and Bloodletters, and then a couple of tokens, Dark Enthrall and Xolaani. So let's start with the non-Darken stuff. Heavy Metal. 2 mana, slow spell, Bilgewater card. Destroy a unit's equipment, deal 2 to it. I like Mystic Shot. Even slow speed Mystic Shot. This is basically Darkness out after 1 Robe Maker buff, which is not the worst. Would I play this main deck? Maybe? Like, it's meant to be a small scale removal. What's it called? Make It Rain. Make It Rain already kind of has that slot taken up in a lot of Bilgewater decks, but this does stuff that Make It Rain's not doing. Sure, it doesn't go as wide, but it's more damage focused on 1 unit. And destroys the unit's equipment. I feel like this card will see, like, a lot of the play rate of this card will be dependent on just how good equipment is. And I don't know, because like outside, if you're not destroying equipment, I don't know about it. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, slow speed, it can hit champions, like, that's the nice thing. It can be used to help chip down units too that have already been damaged. But I really feel like, I'd say like maybe around 10% of the meta would need to have equipment decks, or have decks that are decks that are carrying some form of equipment. Otherwise, it's just a slow speed Mystic Shot, which isn't terrible. Maybe TF Ezreal? Maybe Annie TF? Katarina TF? I could see those decks being a thing with this and playing it. Like, it's a fine card. It's nothing crazy. Now, our next card. Celestial Impact. First off, Kale spoiler? Because I'm pretty sure this is Kale's ult. 7 mana slow speed Targon spell. So does this also mean, like, when we do get Kale, is she going to be a Targon Demacia multi-region jam? That'd be cool. Targon is kind of out of, it's kind of running out of just Targon champs. Like, there are still champs that are not in the game yet, but they're kind of weird, like Kale and Morgana, how they were like kind of Demacia-ish, more Demacia than Targon, but you know, they're celestial powered or something. Anyway, what does the card do? 7 mana slow spell, obliterate a unit or landmark. It's literally, what's it called? It is literally just Comet, Fallen Comet. main deckable Fallen Comet, so you don't have to rely on RNG to find this card. I feel like I'd still rather just play Solari Priestess. I don't think this card's unplayable. I feel like I would play this over, say, Sunburst, this 6-mana Daybreak, silence a unit, and then deal 6 to it kind of card. I think this is slightly better than that card. Sure, it's 1 more mana, but I think just obliterating a unit is better than silencing and then dealing 6 and having to get Daybreak on top of that. So yeah, I like the card. I think it's fine. I don't know though, like, I guess it's nice that non-Shadow Isle Targets decks have good big removal without having to rely on RNG to find Comet. And before you say, what about Sunburst? Like you were mentioning, Sunburst doesn't kill everything. Like there are things that will survive Sunburst, and also having to Daybreak Sunburst is kind of a liability a lot of the time. So I kind of like the card. I think it's okay. It solves a problem that Targon has, which is lack of really good main deckable removal. Sunburst being probably the best, and Sunburst honestly isn't even that good, so I like it. I'm fine with it. It's okay. It takes up the Sunburst spot in a lot of decks, which Sunburst isn't played too much, but it's okay. And now for our last card, basically Darkened Bloodletters, but we got 2 tokens to talk about as well. So Darkened Bloodletters, I like it. I think the card is kind of nuts. Also, lore, speaking about lore, poor June. Like, just basically got taken over by Xolaani. But yeah, Darkened Bloodletters. 1 mana, +1/+0, equipment. Okay, kind of mediocre from that alone. Last Breath. If my bearer is not a Darkened Thrall, summon a Darkened Thrall. You may spend 6 mana to play me as Xolaani. Okay, what is Darkened Thrall really quick? Darkened Thrall is a 1 mana 1/1 camp block. First time I'm equipped, grant me +2/+2. Nice art. I have no idea what's going on here. So yeah, I like it. It's not the greatest, I'll say. But, you know, just buffing up a unit, relatively cheap too. You can use spell mana, so it's not really messing with your curve too much. Basically saying that whenever a unit that's equipped with this dies, you get a 1/1. Sure, the 1/1 can't block. Like, if this could block, this card would actually be busted and need a nerf. And then Xolaani. Xolaani is the important part of this card, I think. What is Xolaani? 6 mana 7/7 Overwhelm. To play me, kill an ally. Last Breath, create Darkened Bloodletters in hand. So you got like an infinite cycle going on here, right? You use Darkened Bloodletters, put it on a unit, the unit dies, you get Darkened Thralls. You spend 6 mana, summon Xolaani. To player, you gotta kill something, you kill the Darkened Thrall, Xolaani's out. Your opponent kills Xolaani, you get Darkened Bloodletters again, and do the chain again. So that's a lot of value. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Thrumming Swarm a little bit. Thrumming Swarm, I don't know, is a little bit better and more playable, or it's not a little bit more better. Thrumming Swarm is kind of playable, mostly as a combo card. But I don't know, like, I think it's a solid card. I've seen a lot of people saying like, well, you need to have Xolaani kill something. I don't think that's bad. Nasus Thresh, like just Nasus decks in general. And again, like I said earlier, Darkened Thrall is always gonna, not always gonna, is something that will most likely be on the field too. And a lot of decks usually just have like small 1 mana 1/1s, like 2 mana 2/2s, whatever, just floating around in the late game for Xolaani to kill. And she's basically just a bigger Alpha Wildclaw by herself. But yeah, I like this card. I think she's very powerful. So yeah, I don't know. I think these are good cards. Not much to talk about with them though, because nothing too crazy here. The Xolaani, I don't know, the implications here for lore is pretty cool, I guess. Like all of Master Yi's cultists, or not cultists, his students are just dead. I think there are some cultist bodies here too as well. And then June is basically taken over by Xolaani because this is June. She still has the eyepiece too, the Master Yi eyepiece on her right eye. So yeah, this is just June. So poor June. We just got introduced to her, and now she's taken over by Xolaani. So yeah, the upcoming expansion seems pretty good. Ornn seems fun. Master Yi seems solid. Nora seems like she might be really powerful. Who else have we got? Jackson. Kayn seems solid too. Kayn honestly might be the weakest of the champions. And I don't even think Kayn's that bad. But yeah, like, it's good set. Nothing too crazy powerful here. We're getting a nerf to Void Abomination now too. It's going up to 9 mana, I believe, so that's going to be nice. A little bit of a Kaisa nerf too, even though we don't normally get buffs and nerfs during balance or upcoming new sets. So yeah, I can't wait to play these cards. Kind of sad that Control didn't get that much. I think Control got maybe 2 hard control cards, Celestial Impact and Quietus. There are some cards you could argue are control, but they're mostly just like all around decent, like heavy metal. I don't know, Kayn. So yeah, big fan of the cards. Xolaani's cool, Xolaani cute. Can't wait to see what Kayle does. Hopefully Kayle is a more control-oriented champion when we eventually get her in the next set. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think about these cards, how you would build these cards, what you are planning to play and build on day 1, and just what you think overall with the design of the set and the mechanics. And if you guys just enjoyed the video in general, I'd love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below. Always helps me and the channel out. And if you guys would just enjoy the video, did I say that already? Whatever. How do I do my outro again? Anyway, though, if you guys want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel as well. And if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can always go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Xenitin. Gonna be playing a lot of this game in the upcoming days because, you know, new cards. I'm gonna be messing around with all kinds of stuff, trying to brew stuff, making all kinds of, like, theoretically control decks, and getting mad when control is bad in the first couple of days because the control's always bad early on in new sets. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video, and until I see you guys in the next one, bye!